Whether it is making us laugh through her YouTube skits or making headlines for the most iconic scene in Mismatched where you threw coffee at Rishi, to be honest, we all cheered. So when you think that she has done it all, she goes on to write her book, Too Good to Be True, which is equal parts heartfelt and equal parts funny. In this chat, Prajakta takes us behind the scenes of this success and how through it all, being mostly sane is still her favorite role.
Wow, thank you so much.
Welcome, Prajakta.
Thank you.
So, Prajakta, you have been a content creator and then you went on to be an actor. So, how different it is, like both the roles, because both of them revolved around acting, but one is long form, one is short form. How different it is, and how did your content creator career help you in your acting?
It's very different in the sense that when you're a creator, there's so much more ownership that you have over every process that goes into telling a story, right? Right from writing it to working on it, working on the set, booking the place, going, shooting, then running between the camera and you to just see playback if everything's okay, sitting on the edit. Like there's a lot more that you work on. You're almost like a showrunner that's doing everything when it comes to that. What's exciting about being an actor is that there are people who are far more talented and far more good at, far better at their jobs in the different departments. So you don't have to do any of that. You actually just need to know your lines and need to reach, get into hair, makeup, get into your outfit, go on set, and then do what your director says. So they're, as much as they're both creative jobs, there's a very different kind of creation that happens as a creator, and then when you're an actor, it's very different because then it comes from a place of building on someone else's vision, building on what someone else is trying to say through a line or a screenplay. So it's both very, very exciting, and I definitely think that all the time that I did spend in kind of working on my own characters, and also the theatre that I did before YouTube started had a lot to do with helping me when I got on set.
Yeah. So Prajakta, now you are an actor, an author, activist. So all of these roles, and also content creator at heart. So among all of these roles, which one is your favorite? And how do you navigate, audience scrutiny and still maintain the authenticity of each role?
I think the one, like I always identify myself as a creator because I feel like that one term kind of covers a lot of the different sides of creation that my job lets me explore. How do I deal with the scrutiny of the audience? I think because I've been doing this for a very long time, it's very clear to me what the good and the bad and the criticism is. I think now I've reached a point where I know how to differentiate between these different things. I mean, the good, obviously, you know that. You need it because as a creator, I thrive on the validation. I do everything that I do for the validation and the attention of my audience, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So the good you need, definitely. The criticism you need, because otherwise there's no other way of training yourself on this job. Like you don't, I don't know if you can go now, but when I started off, obviously you couldn't go to university to learn how to be a creator. None of this was taught to us. There's no blueprint that you can follow that will give you a short way of kind of acing this game because the job is so kind of volatile. So you need the criticism. That's the only opposite perspective that's going to help you learn. The hate somehow continues, and I've spent a lot of time thinking about kuch to iska point kabhi na kabhi niklega. It will help me. It will maybe, like how so many times some people are motivated by proving other people wrong, and that's fine. For me personally, in my opinion, that has never been a motivation for me. Nothing anyone says terrible about me that doesn't help me grow has ever been of any value to me. So after spending many years trying to find some value in it, I've come to the conclusion that that's useless, so I don't spend any time in that.
So Prajakta, taking from your answer, you told that audience scrutiny, hate, and you don't know, like there is no way to learn how to be a good creator. But do you think that the audience...
There's no way to learn how to be a creator.
So do you think that the audience scrutiny has changed over the years and it was maybe less during your time or more, or now has it...
I don't think so. I think the audience in general, the population of people online was lesser, obviously. I mean, in 2018, when the whole, wasn't it 2018 when the whole Geo revolution happened? Was it 17 or 18? 17. So I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But in 2017, when the whole Geo revolution happened, and suddenly there was this boom that happened digitally, and obviously, I feel very proud when I travel to these big super countries, you know, first world, kings of economy and development, and you go there and you see कि ओ तुम्हारे यहाँ इंटरनेट नहीं आता है या तुम्हारे यहाँ इंटरनेट इतना महंगा है. I was like, come to our country, we have full bars in every corner, every small things you can't even point on a map will have streaming services running great and accessible plus affordable.
Yeah.
So I feel very proud about that happening to our country, which is why digitally India has become the economy that it has today. So obviously there's a lot more people on the platform, and the minute that magnifies, everything magnifies. Yes, it is a lot more. The hate and the scrutiny is a lot more, but the love is also a lot more.
Yeah, a lot more people are also watching.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. So you are the only creator in Times 100 creator list. So which part of
I am
your
the only Indian
creator?
There are 100 other
creators. Yeah, yes. Only. So you know which part of your journey has made you like you want to point it out, one part of your journey that has helped you make it this far and in this list?
My audience, I think. I don't think I could have tried 100 different things, and I could have said all the right things, and I could have made all the right videos and spoken about things that matter, but none of it would have kind of materialized into me getting this kind of attention from people who are way beyond our realm of possibility organically, right? Like, it's not like I'm waking every day and I'm like, hey, so what's happening in Time magazine? Let me write to the editor and see what she's been up. I don't think that is what is happening. So I think the one thing that has consistently given me every single opportunity that I get to live and breathe today is my audience.
Yeah. So, Prajakta, you are also UNDP's, first youth climate champion. And how has it helped you, change your creative choices, or has it did you change your creative choices because of that, or how has that, helped you shape your creative choices?
Never creative choices, no. Obviously, conversations, you also learn, like I said, you also learn as you go. I'd never done any work in climate action before I started working with the UNDP. Is why when I asked them, I said, why me? There are so many creators. But then when we had a discussion, I realized that, I do have a set of audience. I do have a community that's very, very engaging. And if I can mobilize this community in talking about things, then why not be a part of this? And it's something that's literally affecting every single person alive today. So it's not like it's not your issue or not my issue or not anyone else. It is our issue. So that's how it began. Obviously, creatively, I don't think so much, but also in general, there's a lot of perspective that's set in with just how things work, where now I also happen to grow up in a household where a lot of the things were actually taught to me by Mama growing up. Like, even if it's simple things as weight segregation, even if it's a simple thing like composting or making sure that there's no wastage of light, no wastage of water, no wastage of food, making sure that I don't use single-use plastics. We never had plastic bags that used to come into our house. In fact, one of the most common arguments my parents would have is, because we would have everywhere we would go, we would get paper bags or we would get these cloth bags. So then eventually when it reached a point where like, finally we can finish them now. So I grew up with that. So that kind of got amplified when you learn more about what's happening. I ended up getting the opportunity of meeting people who are doing phenomenal work in this field and learning from them. So a lot of perspective definitely that has come, and I wouldn't say it has changed storytelling for me, but it's definitely a filter.
Sure. So Prajakta, coming to your book, the audio book of your book is out, and after this, will we see you in the podcast genre and realm now?
So I don't know. So I do this for the past about 8 years now. I've been doing this video series on my YouTube called Real Talk Tuesdays.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's very similar to that space.
Yeah.
So in a way, I think I've been around that. And honestly, as much as I love listening to podcasts, I don't want to add one more thing. I think I have already there's like my feet are on two different leaks, my hands are on two different leaks. At this point, I'm out of limbs, so I don't want to add more things to this. But maybe in the future, you never know. Audiobooks I really did enjoy though.
Yeah, so what do you like more, writing or acting?
I definitely right now like acting more because it's more collaborative. Writing
Yeah.
is extremely isolating.
Yeah.
It's also very, very challenging. It's very difficult. And it scares me. So I like acting more.
So Prajakta, you are one of the OG creators who, transitioned from YouTube to Instagram now. So how has things changed for you over the years? Like, what are the key differentiators you are noticing now?
I think attention span was one of the main things. I mean, we went from long form to short form, and the switch was so sudden. I remember before TikTok kind of got banned, suddenly the hike in just 15 seconds. And I was like, what do you mean 15 seconds? My videos are 12 minutes. How do I do 15 seconds? I was very against it. And then it wasn't up to me. It's not like I can ever take a moral high stand saying, no, I'm a long form storyteller, so I'm not going to make short form. No, if I want to survive. I started making short form with half-heartedness, but I started really enjoying it. And now I feel very, very happy that long form is back because you have podcasts that are 2 hours long.
Yeah.
And there is more than enough proof to show that people are listening and people are watching. You started with 15 seconds on reels and shorts, which became 30, then it became 60, then 90, and now okay, ab jo upload karo wo reels or shorts. The shorts to chalo khair nahi, but reels pe chal jayega. So I like it. I also, which is why I mean, as a creator now, you can never settle down to one thing. Like the audience is your leader.
Yeah.
You are going to do what your audience commands, and you have to deliver. Because if you don't, someone else will, and then you are out of sight, out of mind like that. So yeah.
So Prajakta, taking back from the last question, YouTube Fan Fest used to be a huge, like,
It still is.
Yeah, but also the enthusiasm has kind of died down nowadays, and you have been a regular there for like forever, like as far as I remember. So how has things changed for you, and do you see any differentiation?
For me?
Yeah, for you, and also for the whole YouTube Fan Fest, is there any differentiation in terms of enthusiasm or like people
Oh yeah. I mean, last year I kind of missed FanFest because my play was opening that day, so I couldn't really perform on stage. So I ended up going on stage for a bit in the end, and it was mad. It was magical as a creator, as a YouTuber. I think it's one of those milestones. YouTube is also very good at like giving you stars.
Yeah.
Yo, 100K,
Yeah.
1 million, 10 million. This time you get to come to YouTube Fan Fest. This time in YouTube Fan Fest you share a 10. This time you get your own 10. So there's like different layers of like...
Levels. Candy Crush.
It's like that.
Yeah.
But a lot more tougher.
Yeah.
So I think it's iconic. It's a rite of passage for each creator. I think everyone dreams of being on that stage. And when I was there last year, I hosted the year before that. I had a great time. I mean, obviously, the audience is very, very different, and we have newer people coming in, not just as the audience, but also as the creators. But I love that the cycle kind of keeps going.
Yeah. So, comedy has seen some, turbulent phases in India, and you have always been a part of comedy. So, how have you seen this space change over the years?
Has it changed, or has the reaction to it changed?
Yeah, mostly the reaction to it has changed.
Yeah, because the other day I was watching this movie that I'll not name. It used to be one of my favorite movies, dude. I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
And I was having a terrible day. I'd finished shooting, and I wanted to, Mansi, my best friend, and I, we were sitting in Delhi, and we were watching this on my laptop, and both of us were like, "Wo dekhte hai kya yaar? I just want to unwind and watch it." And every few minutes there was something said that in today's day and age, to chodo, us time pe also. I'm like, how did this make it on screen? Like, who approved this? Like, terrible things, very, very nasty jokes. And I was just like, what? So, again, I don't mean to stir trouble or get into trouble, honestly, but it's just a fair question. Has that really changed? Has the creation side of it changed, or has the consumption changed?
Yeah.
That's the
The question, yeah, we need to ask the people, yeah, has the
I'm
creation
not saying
changed or the
anything.
reaction changed?
I don't know.
So, the creator economy also faces like stricter regulations now. So, what have you done on your part to, maintain transparency with your audience and remain authentic?
I think basic hygiene तो यार है ही. Like I said कि you cannot take your audience for granted. You cannot think कि हाँ इसमें ऐसे ऐसे करके ये बोल दूंगी उनको समझ में नहीं आएगा ब्रांड वीडियो है. पागल हो के तुम इतने सारे they are very very smart and they are very clear. If they are spending time and money energy on you, they are going to take everything you do very seriously. So no, I think basic hygiene, making sure that if you are talking about brands, you're upfront about it. If you are trying to sell something, you believe in it when you sell it. But again, each creator to their own. This is just something that I have been doing. If I am in a position where I feel like I'm going to be away for a while and I'm not going to be able to create and stuff like that, in the past, I've made sure that I've made that clear. And I've kept, I think, communication transparent. I also happen to have the most amazing audience. I have such lovely people in the community that we've built online that it just makes this that much easier.
So while we are on the point of brands, you have been associated with Gillette Venus for quite a long time, and now you did one. You have been named as Bata Float's brand ambassador. So how has brand collabs changed for you over the years? Like, because you have been in this space for quite some time, how has it changed for you, and what changes are you noticing in this space?
How has it changed? I think in the beginning, a lot of brands, you're also a gamble, right?
Yeah.
Like every creator is a new card. Like aap nahi bata de, you could have all the data to prove everything. But then again, because of how unpredictable content is, you every time someone bets on you, it's a gamble. So obviously in the beginning they were, but no, having said that, I was going to say, in the beginning, I've always seen short-term associations. But then again, one of my first brand deals, my first brand deal was with yatra.com, which was a 5-video deal.
Okay.
But other than that, I think most of it was always a 1-video deal, a 1 reel, 1 shot, 1 tweet. In the days of Twitter.
Yeah.
ये ऐसे वाले छोटे होते थे. ऐसे छोटे कुछ होते थे, and then eventually when we started finding our footing as a creator, as a team, we started understanding what the audience wants, what we want. We got a ecosystem in place where I actually have a team that all of us sit together and make stuff work. Gillette was one of the first ones to come up with a long form deal with this is my 5th year with them.
Yeah, you are the longest, I was going to say longest one surviving.
Or the hairiest, you never know. Either way, I never run out of razors. So I think धीरे-धीरे करके आप also as a creator आप भी सीख ही रहे होते हो कि क्या चल रहा है क्या नहीं चल रहा है. There have been a couple of associations I made where I was like, oh my god, never doing this again. Don't want to go down this route. But then again, I've mostly had amazing collaborators when it came to brand work.
Yeah. So Prajakta, what is one advice that you would give to new content creators who are starting now? What is one advice?
That it is, look, if you want it to be lucrative, if you want it to put you in a place of power, influence, to make you financially independent, you have to look at it as a job. It is your profession. You have to look at it. And when I say as a job, I don't mean कि every day आपने इस time से इस time तक office पे जाके कहीं बैठना ही है या आपने एक तरह से चीज़ करनी है. Everything, it includes everything. Then it also comes, again, in my opinion, again, just things that are, it also comes with making very clear calls and bringing that line between personal professional happen, if that's something that's going to eventually bother you, because always look at the longer time. It's not a game that's going to like start and finish in a year. It's a long race. It's fun, but so keeping in mind that those barriers around your family and your friends are clear, with your partner is clear, making sure that your mental and physical health is your priority. And I say this because one of the most common things that we are asked as creators is that, don't you need a digital detox? Aren't you exhausted? I feel like going on Instagram is like opening the fridge, I just find myself doing that. And I'm like, bro, so if it is my job, will you do that in your office?
No.
Will you go to your office and open your laptop even when you're not working just to stare at an Excel sheet? You won't do that.
Yeah.
But if you want to watch a movie or something else, you'll go and surf in your own time. It's a terrible example. But I'm saying that putting those guidelines for you. So basically my point is take it seriously. It might sound like it's a lot of fun. Yo, वो दुनिया घूमने को मिलता है, कोई और फ्लाइट टिकट खरीदता है, होटल कोई और बुक करता है, मुफ्त में चीज़ें मिलती हैं. हाँ, बहुत मज़े आते हैं. This all happens, but it's a lot of hard work.
Basically, there's a lot of hard work behind the glamour.
Yeah. And that is also a choice if you want to be glamorous. It's totally fine if you don't want to.
So, Prajakta, I'd leave you with the most anticipated question. Are Dimple and Rishi getting back together?
I wish I knew. As we speak, I'm still waiting to hear. I have absolutely no clue. But I have hope because there's a fourth season.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be so crushed if we didn't renew for another season. I would go and sit outside Netflix's
We will be crushed.
office.
We will be crushed.
I'd be like, why would you do this to my girl?
Yeah, and we'd love to see you guys together again.
I'm very excited, dude. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prajakta, for doing this. Me, thank you.